So when you're setting up a home gym, obviously it's going to come down to how much space you got, what training you like doing, everything like that. So I'm going to go through what I think is best for beginners and add in a little bit for those more advanced people as well. I use, again, faster equipment. They're just what I like, what I recommend. I'm not getting paid to say any of that. I did own a gym for 2.5 years or about that, and that's what I used in the gym. Good quality stuff, good price, reliable. You buy it once and you're going to have it for a very long time, but I know some people don't want to spend that sort of money. So in the links below, you will find cheaper options for everything that I have. I'm going to show you now. So yeah, check them out and let's get into it. So when you're setting up a home gym, it's one thing everybody has anyway, but dumbbells is probably the most common thing, most commonly used equipment, I could say, in a home gym. So we're on the, again, faster website. All right, so we've got dumbbells. We'll click on that. To start with, I'm going to recommend you get about 2 kilos, 5 kilos, and 10. It just gives you good variation of weights and means you can do a lot of different things. Don't go all for the lighter ones because you will find some movements you can use heavier dumbbells even if you are a beginner. So 2s, add those to the cart. 5s, add those in. I'm not sure how much this is going to end up being, but I reckon we're going to end up being around the $500 mark. So 10s. You can see with, again, faster is out of stock on a lot of these, but again, we're just doing this to get a price. Next, you probably need, or what I recommend, what I like using is kettlebells. Kettlebells are an amazing piece of equipment you can use. You can do a lot with them. Where we go on strength. Again, with the kettlebells, depending on how experienced you are, whether you're just starting out is going to depend on the weight you want. Now, as you can see on their website, you've got 2 different types. Competition grade kettlebells, you don't really need that for a home gym. If you're just doing this for fun, just to work out and that sort of stuff, just your regular kettlebells is enough. So let's click on those because there is a bit of a price difference in between the two. Now, again, I'd recommend starting for 6. 4 kilos, you probably end up using a dumbbell for that anyway. So don't go any lighter than 6. So we'll add that to our cart. And I'd say double whatever you get, the lightest one. Again, this is just a start with. As you progress more, you're probably going to want heavier ones. But start out with those. It'll make for a very nice home gym setup. Again, I've got all these in my home gym setup. So this is what I use, or Mac and I use. All right, kettlebells, dumbbells, pretty straightforward. Pretty much find those in every single home gym you get anyway, but that's probably the weights I'd start with. Next, I would recommend is rubber mats. You want rubber mats under wherever you're working out. The ground is in your house, wherever you are, it's probably not suited to take dumbbells, and you might not be dropping them hard, but over time, that repetitive dropping of the weight on the ground will damage it, and it could end up being a very costly project. So mats are pretty important. Don't try and skimp on them either. There are very, should I say this, shit mats out there, and they don't last long and they don't absorb any pressure, and it's pointless spending money on them. So don't cheap on these. It is worth it. I know they are expensive. These are 15mm rubber mats. I wouldn't go too much lower than that. You could probably get away with 12mm depending on what sort of workout you're doing on top of them. But yeah, I'd just go with 15mm. You can find these generally at most hardware these days as well. Minimum order is 4. That's all we need. 4 square meters, so they're 1 meter by 1 meter, and that's enough. That's what I work out on. That's what I've got in my home gym. That's what I've had for ages. So 4's enough. Get those. So your next piece of equipment is bands. Yeah, bit random, but bands are very important for warm-ups, accessory movements, adding extra resistance to the weight you have got. So I'd recommend getting a variety of bands. So let's check those out. Oops. It's very hard trying to type and look at the camera at the same time. That's why we couldn't find those. But bands, again, they come in all different sizes. The thinner they are, the easier they are to use and less resistance, and the thicker they are, more resistance. So I'm just going to add in a medium one. Again, if you're starting out, get something thinner. If you're a bit more experienced, go medium to heavy. Add that to the cart. That's probably even a little bit thicker than what I usually would use, but again, it's going to be a little bit more expensive, so it gives you an idea of price. Now, booty bands, I don't know if that's a proper terminology, but booty bands are great. They don't have them on this website, but I'll put them in the link below. Check those out. They're only like $4 to $8 for a packet of them, so check those out below. They won't change the results of this cart too much. All right, next piece of equipment I'd recommend is a skipping rope. Skipping rope can be just used in a whole heap of different workouts. It is just skipping, but put in the right context in the workouts, it's just a great little movement to get that heart rate up and good cardio piece as well. So let's find a skipping rope. All right, so you can see they've got several different options here. Doesn't really matter what you choose. Colors don't matter. Just pick your favorite color, pick a skipping rope, that'll do. All right, so as you can see, we're up to $364. That's pretty much all you need to spend to set up a decent home gym. With that sort of equipment, you can do tons of different workouts, tons of different accessory workouts, and have a lot of fun and have a sweet setup. So I'm not going to finish here yet. There's a couple of other items I want to add in because we're still under that $500 mark. A couple of extra items just to take your strength training at home to the next level. So let's check those out. All right, so the next item is a toss-up. It's going to depend on what sort of training you do and I guess your price budget. But the next two items are something I'd strongly recommend having. If you haven't got the money, just go one or the other. But the first one would be a box, a plyo box. Can be used in several different other things other than just jumping on, or a bench. If you can, go both, but today I'm just going to add in that box. Now, like I said, you can find cheaper ones, but these are good quality made ones and will last you a long time. Just with the box, you can use it as a bench as well, sort of. I know a couple of you have tried, or a couple of my clients have tried. It works, it gets the job done, but if you got that extra couple $100, I'd recommend getting a bench. All right, so we're done. That is it. That's what I'd recommend for your home gym. That is a great setup. Can do tons of different workouts, have a lot of fun. Obviously, depending on your budget, just muck around with the weight of the dumbbells and kettlebells. That will change the price dramatically, and shipping will come into it as well. Now, if you want to take it to the next level, you're either probably looking at a pull-up rig or some sort of cardio piece like a rower or a bike erg or an air bike, something like that. But I'm not going to go into it because they are quite a lot of money and it just bumps up your home gym to that next level. But this is your basic home gym. Now, before you go anywhere, I'd strongly recommend heading over to this website here. Great website, sweet as blog right there if you want to check it out as well. But hit the services tab and get a program for your home gym. I can't recommend this enough. Don't just get all your equipment there and don't know how to use it. Get a program so you know what you're doing. You'll get results faster. It's more enjoyable doing a program as well. And there is some good programs on here. Beginners, great programs, start there, Start there, and Team in Situ, or if you need one-on-one coaching, please hit me up. That is there as well, and that is it. Home gym setup. If you got something out of this, as always, like the video, hit subscribe if you're not already, and share it with a friend if you think if they are setting up a home gym and they'll get something out of it. Yeah, hope you enjoyed. See you in the next one.